Sitting there in the tub, listening to the videos, and then had it on the weather so I can watch the weather again. And after that, the channel I usually put it on, there's Kimmel's after that, right? Making jokes about the MAGA bag and all that shit. And it's just like, it was the Obama administration that I was revealed to the world on YouTube, right? So it was during the Obama administration, and the Obama administration lasted 8 years. Then we had the Trump administration, then we had the Biden, now we have Trump again. Okay. And when I was taken to Cochise County, it was during the Bush administration. Okay. And we're 2 years into the Trump. Okay. That's 12 years Democrat. And it's 2006, so in 8 years Republican, but the Messiah still doesn't exist. And the Lord's Prayer isn't even discussed, and we're not even contemplating sharing it and living it worldwide, which we should have been doing a long time ago, right? And you got these people that are very rational and quite insane. And on the liberal portion, you're supposed to be manage your sexuality through homosexual sex, destroy your body through and your capacity to reproduce through accepting the fact that you're the wrong gender at birth. You were assigned the wrong gender at birth, according to these psychologists that want to eliminate your capacity to sexually reproduce. Continue to engage in extortion and exploitation, but do it in a modern way where you do things superficial and meaningless, but you do it in a new style that's more conducive to not destroying the environment through the old style. That's the only difference. Just as big as superficial assholes. Eliminate people that don't think they can compete sexually. Okay. It's just wrapping the bullshit in a more complacent, instead of a draft, comply or be institutionalized and drugged to death. Okay. And the other one, go kill each other because it's fun to kill each other, and we'll keep it, under control so we can maintain the global warming until we've killed the people we want to kill. So it's both sides are both genocidal turdbags. Okay. But neither one will admit that they suck. Okay. So it doesn't matter if 54% of Americans don't approve of what's happening in Venezuela. Okay. The fact of the matter is that it is business, and it's just another phase of All Elite Wrestling, WWE, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And so it's irrational, it's insane. Okay. It doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. And fuck, I'm tired. I'm really tired. But listening to people talk, I don't think there's any big conspiracy theory of the top half having a plan of how they're going to perform genocide to get to the great world of the great worlds. I don't think there is. I don't think they're coherent enough. I don't think there's enough cohesion. I don't think there's enough intelligence and compassion and empathy and respect. I don't think it's tangible. For the owners of the world to have this great plan that's going to make the world a wonderful place, because it's just not so. I sat and watched a thing with this kid and his brother and his dad, taking a boat up to Alaska and then taking all the trains and stuff. Probably a lot like what my dad and Tina did, 20 years ago. I don't know if they have the same trains or if they're newer and stuff, but it's very opulent. Okay. You have to have the money to do it. Okay. And there's a lot of people, you see a lot of people there, see people from Asia, you see a lot of people that, people that have money and they're sitting there, and the people that work there are the people from Alaska. So they're grizzly and life's rough, it's hard, and you can see it on their little bodies and stuff, because it's very hard. You don't get much rest and relaxation and stuff. It's brutal. Life in Alaska is brutal. Okay? It's absolutely brutal. We need to find ways to make it less brutal and less excessive and compulsive and doing things that are absolutely heinous and don't need to be done. So they went up to Denahi on this train, right? And then and economy is not real. So having to do this to, live a life and sustain and tell the old stories and stuff. And then there's a guy who flies, you spent most of your time flying. Yeah. And he's going through these things, and it's nerve wracking because of this, but the way it is, it's even better than what you expected and all that stuff. It's like, why are you doing it? I've driven to, the base and looked at the thing. We went to Seattle and looked at Rainier, and it was wow. It was nice. It was pretty. And but I ain't gonna climb it. I had met a guy and I said that, and he said he climbed it twice. He took the easy route, not the hard one. And me, I was like, summertime when all leaves and trees are green and all the redbirds sing, I'll be blue, blue, because you don't want my love. You don't seem to think anything about me. You rather live without me than to have my arms around you. Your nights are cold and you're so all alone. Maybe I might go climb a mountain if that was the case. But I don't know. No, I'm not the type. I've done hiking and got up to the top of certain peaks and looked, and because they make you do that and they have you do that and stuff. But I'm just not the type. I like to hike, but not to any kind of extreme conditions. I like to make it healthy and safe and manageable, and just to enjoy. I hope you're enjoying the scenery. I know that it's prettier there, right? And so, but I've always been that way. I've never been extremist. But I am the type of person, if something needs to get done, I'll get up and do it. Like Peggy told me about the dissecting. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I had to do it. All the guys, hey, we're going to do this. And by the third day, I'm sitting there doing all the work because they're going, oh, this is gross. It's like, I totally agree, but I don't want to flunk. So, we have to pass our grades and we have to go to school. Then we have to get a job so we can sexually reproduce and then pay them to live here and, and all the crazy shit that they do. And now I don't want to be the one that's, making you pay me to live here. And I sure don't want to be the one having to pay you to live here. So I'm the one who, what child is this whom laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping? So you know me. So, and I've already done it. It's just a matter of, there's just a bunch of assholes in the world that think they own the planet and can tell everybody what to do because they're brilliant geniuses, and they make the video games about it, and you watch the YouTube videos, and here's a video and it shows about the complexities of ruling the world and maybe being in leadership and all this shit. Oh, shut up. So you can lead yourself to peace. I've got a real objective here. I'm effective here because I select a clear method for all suckers that fall and crawl and maul into the pit of purgatory. I go for glory. I'm taking inventory. Okay, know what I mean? Counting all the tough luck ducks while I'm here. No, you got to understand. When you have the faith of Psalms and the wisdom of Proverbs, okay, then you understand natural laws. Leading yourself to peace is more simple than being told what to do by people that engage in extortion and exploitation to build powerful, successful, and solve all your problems with, MRIs and shit like that. This new design, they have the little kid in it. It's like, why do we need to have desert imaging to look inside people's tortured bodies because of stress and economic conflict and toxic environments because of it? It's not a solution. It's just a sick person who's taking the wings off the flies and looking at them with a magnifying glass and laughing at them, saying, your God ain't going to be able to help you. Right? Glycine Viasnodin, over a billion recovered for clients. Recovered? What do you mean recovered? Okay, time, the gift of grace, the faithless steel. You can't get time back. Okay? Marianne and Michelle are dead. Justin's dead. Because you guys murder people with economics. But you gave $1 billion to people? You didn't give $1 billion. You went out and people's lives were destroyed by economics, and you made money off of that. And money's not real, but you're addicted to it, okay? Tell yourself the truth before you put a fucking commercial in front of my face, okay? Assholes. You're on TV winning awards, you're doing all these great and amazing things. Okay? People wouldn't be in hospitals sick and in distress all the time because when we forgive debt and trespass, love, eternal, faithful peace, when we don't have toxic, stressful environments because you got to pay people, you better have the right insurance, that's insane. Okay? And, I was thinking, when I was watching that thing, when they take that thing, because I said that if they played football up in Anchorage, and stuff, and then they could just, take the train. But my thing would be, okay, if you took the boat up, you get your old food together and put it in there. You prepare your own food. You do your own dishes. You do that. What else have you got to do on the boat on the way up there? You're not going to have entertainment. You're not going to have sex parties and stuff like that. Don't you think it's healthy to, like they do in a fire station or the guy in the cabin, Maria, Anita, you're dreaming, and I know it's better this way. But so no, just while you go on the cruise, you do your own laundry, you do your own dishes, you do your own meals, okay? And then when you're done, you can go out on the Lido deck and just sit on watch the pool or play shuffleboard or something like that, Or if they have a basketball court in the middle of the stepdad or something, you do something fun like that. Exercise, well, if you're a football team, you're not going to play basketball. You could get yourself hurt doing that, and then you won't be able to play in the football game. But, do your weight training, do your joggings on the stationary bikes in there, do your, do film study, while you're going up there and stuff. Don't worry, it cuts both ways. If they use the boat and take the family to go the other way, to go to British Columbia and Calgary. Okay. Experience life intelligently with the people you love. Don't be an asshole out fucking around because you got lots of money and too much time on your hands. Dumbasses. No, they are so stupid. I mean, I had no idea how much more intelligent I was than most people. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, I knew I irritated people and they thought I was cocky and arrogant. I knew that, but I was like, but I'm pretty sure I'm right, and I'm pretty sure that you can. And I've always known that, but I just kind of kept, okay, I'm just trying to survive here and not ruffle too much feathers because I don't want to be abused by assholes with money and positions of authority, right? And now it's like, no, okay. I've already performed what was necessary, did it above and beyond the call of Dookie, and I'm cleaning up all your Dookie just about all by myself. And everybody in the future is aware of it. And you're going to go down in history as you, and I'm going to go down in history as me. It's like that one kid at the airport said, at the library, when I left that one day, he goes, you're going to go down like as the king of the world, and they're going to go down as these horrible, disgusting people. Yeah, Haile Selassie and the Mussolini fascists and the Hitler Nazis, and then all the people in the United States that made all the money and came and cleaned up the mess by getting all their professional and college football players to kill all the teenagers and the old men. Yep. Where do I begin to tell a story of how great love can be? The sweet love story of the love he gives to we. He was born this way. What can we say? It's true. So the Messiah actually exceeds everything you think you believe in when you put those bullshit videos on social media. Because he's real. And he's caring and he's kind, this guy on this Kimmel thing. That's who my son is named after. Uh-huh. Noah Channing Parsons. Yeah. He's named after this guy. Yeah. Yeah, and so yeah, well, Amy was like that. She was cute. Well, me and Natalie, actually, for me, it was from a song by Paul Simon. Sing by Art Garfunkel. What a dream I had. For Emily, wherever I may find her, was the main reason why I wanted to name my daughter with Amy Emily. Okay. I didn't hear Emily by Andy Williams until years later when I was here. Okay. But if I had heard that, that would have helped too. And since her mom's name is Amy with two E's, I like it with I and two E's, like her mother. So no, she wouldn't name Katie with an I and two E's either. Like Natalie with two E's, and she wouldn't do that. So yeah, but we all called her Katie, but Natty Kate would sit there because of her mom saying, "No, Daddy, I Kate." So cute. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. No, Daddy, I Kate. Because her mom would say that to her. The rest of us would all call her Katie, but she'd still tell you, "No, Daddy, I Kate," because that's what her mom said. No, she's gonna be like Kate, like because of Kate Winslet. Mhm. And Kate Addison. Addison is another actress that's like on Grey's Anatomy or something like that. Yeah, that's my Susie Bear. She was very influenced by media and popular people and mass media and all that stuff. Yeah, she very much so. Um, uh, my oldest son is named after his grandmother and his aunt because my wife wanted to name him after me and my dad, and I talked her out of it and said, well, since he's due on St. Patrick's Day there, and then we can name him Patrick. And she goes, well, Patrick was the guy that named. Okay, well, name after his aunt Patrice and after his grandmother's name is Patricia there, Patricia, right? So yeah, you know me. But here's another stupid movie. Is that the little kiddo that played Bob Dylan and is with little Miss Kylie Jenner? Because they were saying he gained 60 pounds, 60 ounces, whatever. Marty Supreme. I don't know. I don't watch these things. I somewhat pay attention, but I don't really pay attention. No. And the sports, I somewhat pay attention, and then I stop paying attention to. Well, my dad's really interested, so I do pay attention and record the things, the U of A games. So I do pay attention to Koa Pete and Toby Waka and Mo Crevis and Jaden. Is it Jaden Bradley? Yeah. And Braden Burries and Kukovic. I have trouble saying that kiddo's name. I will get it one of these days. Korkovic. That's a tough one for me. And but I do that. Yeah. Shashevsky's real easy for me now. It was real hard for years. Shashevsky, it's real simple, because you repetition. Antetokounmpo wasn't that hard for me. I have a little bit easier time with Nigerian names than I do with Eastern Bloc names. Yeah. Eastern Bloc names are hard for me. They just are. Hawaiian names aren't really too, Tui Tatupu, Kimawatu, Tuiasasopo. They're not real too hard for me. No. Samoan and Hawaiian names. I just have to get them and go, okay. And then you look at them and go, okay, that's Ma'afala. Okay, there you go. So you sit there and go, yeah, they're not too hard. It's not too hard the alphabet's too hard. It's hard. I don't know why I have such trouble with Eastern Bloc names, but I do. Like some of they're not that hard though, like Kornikovich, and so they're kind of easy. It's just I have to. Okay, what is it again? So, uh, I didn't have trouble with Sarunas Marcellonis. No, that was pretty easy. Ah, Sabonis is also an easy name. Yeah, that's true. Okay, but Lithuania. Yeah, I'll have trouble with Lithuanian names, I guess. But okay, guys, I love you. I'm gonna go to bed. Let's load this one up and then get some sleep. I got some work to do tomorrow. I want to go to bed earlier. What I want and what I do are two entirely different things. I want everybody to have the love and the stones to stand up for Laura's prayer yesterday, and that didn't happen. So I don't really sit around. Oh, I want this, I need that. I was in there apologizing to Suzuki, saying I didn't mean to. He's look at you like, I know, I soaked, and look at how much better it looked. Yeah, I know, it does every time. I know, I know. It's something I got to be persistent about and consistent about. I was just really depressed during December. I just felt people that I have connection to just being depressed by all this superficial stupidity, and I know what the effects are. So yeah, it was just depressing me. So yeah, I don't. I understand. I apologize for. I didn't mean to, but it's like he's like, no, I understand completely, but you got to try to stay on top of it and survive, stop, eliminate abuse, recover. You're going to be better for people in totality if you maintain what you need to do to be healthy, to stop uh, the abuse through this quantum computing, tool to stop it and eliminate it. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. I'm just so, yeah, you don't think they understand that? I know they understand that, but I can't help it. It's who I am. I know who I am. I know how emotional I am and how much I love people. And I feel all these people being abused. And it's like, you shouldn't want to be on a commercial. You should want to live the Lord's Prayer. Don't be iconic. Tell the Cadillac people to go sod the fuck off. I'll do it for you. I'll collect your technology. I just hate feeling the pain of all the people that are distracted, not paying attention, and being unintelligent because they have brain damage, and it hurts. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the morning. Peace out.